Hey everyone, welcome back to the video. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video I want to showcase a champion that not really anyone really talks about. It's going to be Varl the Destoryer. So as you can clearly see here, I'm using him in a Hydra team. We can go into this team and his kit and everything about him just as this run is going on. So we'll get right into it. I figure I should talk about this champion a little bit before we start going into it because we actually don't see too much content on this guy. He's a legendary champion you get from completing the secret rooms in Doom Tower. I forgot which one he is, but he's pretty far into the Doom Tower legendaries. So he's definitely a late game champion just because it's going to take you a while to get him. Go over his kit here real quick. A1, kind of a built-in lifesteal ability. He hits pretty hard, so he's going to heal a lot. A2, attack all enemies, places a weaken if the weaken is applied. It's 100% chance to place the weaken. If the weaken is applied, then decrease attack is also applied. And it's A3, 4-turn cooldown on a big smack. Ignore 30% of the defense and then destroy max HP. That's irrelevant. And then plays block damage, which is kind of irrelevant as well. But basically just hits super hard. And then his passive, it actually has increasing damage over time. So his attack goes up 10%. Every time they use an active skill, stacks up to 100%. So he's going to hit a lot harder over time. And then he has this big ignore defense smack. Yeah, so he's basically a big damage dealer for me. That's what I'm going to use him for in this comp. Let's go over this comp here real quick. So this comp here, I got Bivol in the lead, Lady Kimmy, Harma in a damage build, Var in a damage build, Shamail in a relentless build, and then this Lydia is just in my arena Lydia. So this team is not fully optimized. I basically just used a bunch of spare parts because I kind of was experimenting with my hard team, and then I broke it up, broke up some key pieces that I probably shouldn't have. So I had to piece together a team to do a significant amount of damage on Brutal, so that I could get my top chest in the Hydra clash. But so this is a team I put together. It's really missing a Hex champion, so that's a big thing. It's missing a Hex champion, which is a ton of damage, especially when you have big damage dealers like this. The Hex multiplies damage across all the heads, and especially the ones that are decapitated. So Hex is worth a lot of damage. I'm also missing increased defense and increased attack. So both my damage dealers do not have any damage boosting on their regular skills. Harma especially can really benefit from increased defense. Same thing with Var for increased attack. If I were to change this team up, I would be using Mithrala, which is the one champion that actually has everything I'm missing: increased attack, increased defense, and Hex. Yeah. Anyways, it wouldn't be a direct swap into this team. I would have to like figure something out. The other weakness for his team is probably block buffs. It doesn't have like a consistent block buff except for Lady Kimmy. But let's jump into this fight. Thanks for listening so far. Let's jump into this fight. I just want to give some pretext first. So in this team, we have Shamail to counter a Torment Head, which is very, very good. 2 damage dealers, decreased defense, and then Kimmy for the speed up, speed down, very important. And then we have Bivol for Leech, Shield, and Provoke. He is in the lead, which is actually, it might be obvious because he has the HP aura, which is the only active aura on this team. However, boosting him actually gives this team tons of survivability. He also has the AoE Provoke, which actually shuts down the Head of Decay, which is very important. So we'll just jump into this fight a little bit here. Let's go over it with some commentary. So we got the AoE Provoke. His Provoke's really nice. It's it never weak hits. His Leech is also nice, never weak hits as well. It goes through Poison Cloud and all that stuff. Lydia with the backup, speed up, strengthen is really, really good. So you see Bivol here is getting lots of turns from the Torment and the Shamail charging him up. Arma actually hits quite hard in arena. If you guys haven't noticed, she hits very good, especially in prolonged fights where she can build up her defense. It's not uncommon to see her hitting for 1 million plus on decapitated heads. A1 Provoke, very nice. It's only 50% chance. We have a backup Provoke with the Harma. She has enough accuracy with the accuracy up to apply the Provoke if needed. But with Bivol in the lead and Torment active, Bibble should be able to cycle back fast enough to deal with the provoke head. Var also does not have enough accuracy unless he has accuracy up, so he won't apply any of the weaken or decrease attack unless he has accuracy up. It's not a big deal. Kimmy is actually very important here because she puts the accuracy down, which actually really helps, especially against champions. Especially against the Hydra heads that, like for example, Mischief that steals our buffs, or the poison head that spreads the poisons. The decreased accuracy shuts them down so they don't apply all that damage to us, which is really nice. You can see we don't have that consistent block buff always active, so we have to be a little bit more micromanagey with the Kimmy, so that she can place the steal buff and then place the block buff in its place. So here's a good chance for it, but we have it on cooldown. The thing is, if you use that ability, it still gives you turn meter, it still gives you accuracy up. So even if it doesn't place the block buff, you probably still want to use it just to speed up your team. So this is kind of how the run's going to go. And yeah, we'll just go over it at a bit faster speed, and then we'll see you guys at the end. Alright, so we're entering the back half of the run. So a couple things I want to point out is, I think if we didn't have Shimeo and instead have Mithrala, or even just like a direct swap, I think our team would still perform quite well. The Biveled Provoke performed pretty well here. We're actually doing brutal difficulty. I actually didn't mention that in the beginning, but this is brutal difficulty using like strictly damage dealers, not max HP hits or damage dealers, and they're not in like super optimized builds for Hydra specifically. Like Harma's in my arena build, so she doesn't have like Life Drinker or anything. Var, I'm actually built him for Hydra, so he's in a better build, although he does have some built-in lifesteal himself. Lydia is in an arena build as well. Kimmy doesn't have War Master. Like if you had Kimmy with War Master, that'd be a little bit better. Biveled actually provides quite a bit for his team. Leech is really big, especially for somebody like Harma that can't heal herself. The shields are really big, and obviously the provokes. We could, definitely look into changing up some of these champions. There's lots of substitutes you can do, but this is just the best I have. I don't have any like curse sets. Definitely need to farm some curse sets. Seems to be the most important set I don't have. A usable set. I don't have a usable set right now. So a little bit unfortunate there. But in this team, I really wanted to showcase Var and how he stacks up. Coincidentally, I have him with Harma, which is like another kind of damage-based champion. So we all know how good Harma is, especially for Hydra right now. But I wanted to stack him up in this team to see how well he does. And it's nice that Harma's here as a direct comparison. Both of them don't have increased defense or increased attack. So it's it was a good enough team, and I needed to do a decent run just so I can hit my chest properly, and I didn't have too many pieces left that I could use. I did trade Molly for Biveled in one attempt, but Biveled, although he doesn't give like any Termir boost or speed or anything like that, he does give Leech, which is really big, and obviously the shield just for some increased survivability. Our team's going to fall apart here. We don't have a revive, so first champion goes down. 67 million, just about 500,000 damage per turn, which is okay. Obviously, I think if you can do 1 million a turn, that's going to be really good. Alright, so that's going to be it. So this is the final breakdown of all the points. We were doing brutal Hydra like I was saying. So we got Biveled here with 10 million by himself. That's going to be mostly from Brimstone and War Master. We only have Lydia here with Brimstone, so she's doing 7.9. A lot of it's like Torment RNG as well as Brimstone. So Kimmy has no War Master, so she's not doing any damage. You see Harma here with 21 million by herself. Var, not too bad by himself as well, 16 million. And he is, he doesn't have any blessings. He's in worse gear than Harma. So with, maybe better gear, he might do like 18 million. It might be a bit closer, right? So anyways, I also found out that Spirit actually for this rotation is not actually that good, it seems. It seems like we're running into a lot of magic heads. But yeah, we have Shimeo here with 11 million. He is in Relentless, so he's built for some extra damage, although his build's not top end or anything. He's like my third Shimeo. But we'll go over into builds here. I think Var actually did very well. Definitely going to put him in some other teams. Going to try him in hard difficulty. Maybe he might do even more damage there with a slightly better team maybe. Like I said, this team's missing Hex, which is probably going to boost this damage quite high. And then if I had a throttle here for increased defense, increased attack, this would also keep going higher, and my survivability would probably be higher as well, so my run would go higher as well. So let's jump into the build here. All right, so Harma is just in my arena build. Yeah, she's just decently quick, has some damage, good defense, not focus on accuracy or anything. Masteries, just arena masteries. Like I said, she has Helm Smasher there, and yeah, she does actually trigger the turns quite a bit from the Fear Head, so it's a little bit of extra damage actually. So if you guys are building you know, a more focused Hydra champion, this might actually be pretty useful for some extra damage. Lydia, she's in arena build, shield set for arena. Just make her fast, good accuracy, good enough accuracy. I mean, she doesn't have insane accuracy, but for Hydra it's enough. Make her fast. If you can put resistance on her, great. If not, that's okay too. She actually has War Master, which she shouldn't have because she should be an arena build, but it's all good. It doesn't really matter too much for arena. Yeah, next champion, Lady Kimmy. I think if I were to build Lady Kimmy properly, I would, you know, you could consider putting her in like a provoke set, curse set. She does have an AoE, you know, she has a double hit A1. I mean, you know, it's right now I just have her in broken set. She's not even particularly fast, 300 speed, enough accuracy, some HP, not even in War Master. So if you guys are gonna go with a dedicated Hydra Kimmy, go with War Master. Here's my Bivold. Bivold really keeps the team together. He has crit rate. I basically put crit rate on him so that he can always hit a good shield, because I found that if he didn't have crit rate and he didn't do damage for this, his shield would be very weak. So at least give him some crit rate. I'd say 85, so at least he can crit against the positive affinity. Give him resistance, because his skill gives him strengthen. So if your team doesn't have strengthen, then one of his skills gives him strengthen. Which one is it? This one. Yeah, strengthen. So he is a mischief target. Give him some resistance, good accuracy, good speed. Everything else is fine. He's very hard to kill. He has War Master on, lasting gifts, and then Hexer for increased duration, and then increased duration on the shields. Very good. Here's the Varl that we just saw earlier in the video. So he's in full damage gear, lethal savage. Got a 206, not fully glyphed up, just enough accuracy for probably hard Hydra. With a little boost from accuracy up, he can do brutal. He's got basically full damage masteries here. Helm Smasher. The reason why you don't go War Master is because War Master actually has a damage cap, obviously based on the amount of HP for the Hydras. In the lower difficulties, the War Master hit actually isn't that much damage. I forgot what it was. It's like 50,000 or something, but Varl is hitting for like 1,000,000 damage on his like A3 later on in the fight. So like 50 damage for like 1,000,000 damage, not that big. But then Helm Smasher, it's actually going to be a big boost to him, like overall throughout the fight. That's why I definitely consider going for Helm Smasher. Yeah, he's in full damage gear. He's got some attack, you know, defense. Yeah, actually pretty decently tanky nuker, low HP, but he's got quite a bit of defense. It's not too hard to build up a bit of defense on him. But yeah, so this is the build. It was worse than my Harma build, but he did less damage overall. And Harma actually is a pretty insane Hydra champion actually. Here's my Shamail. Like I said, nothing too fancy, just in Relentless. Reflex would probably be a bit better. Not even very good crit damage. War Master for his tier 6. And yeah, he's just there to take care of Torment. You don't really need him. There's other ways, but he's the easiest way. And he makes your team a little bit more consistent with the turn meter boosting. But yeah, so this is going to be the showcase for Varl. Hopefully you guys pull him out of your vaults. If you guys got him, give him a try in Hydra. Like I said, he's going to be pretty good in like hard, normal, brutal, the lower difficulties. Give him damage. You can do quite a bit with the right team. And yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Do you guys actually use this champion? Do you guys have this champion? What do you guys think? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.